Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's recap week 1 and 2 of the New England Patriots season on the SBS channel.
You can't stop this. We're the greatest. Who are we? New England Patriots. We know we're the best. New England, we're better than the rest.
What's good, man? It's your boy Austin with the Super Biased Sports Show, a place where a fan could be a fan no matter how biased their take is. And today, I just got a little recap of the Patriots opening 2 weeks, what they've been looking like, what they've been doing. You know, Drake May hasn't played yet, but it's all good. His time's coming. Jacoby taking all the hits, taking the line. That line looks atrocious on passing, but they do look good running the ball, man. And we got two. Do we have two studs? Two studs on defense from last year's draft? I mean, hey, they're looking like it so far. But yeah, let's get into it, man. So week 1, you know, big dub versus B-Rob's Bengals, man. Big dub versus B-Rob's Bengals. So 16-10 dub. They looked pretty good. They didn't look bad. They looked all right. I mean, hey, it's week 1. Bengals kind of poop the bed every week 1 and 2. So there's that. But 16-10, I'll take a dub. Even though I want them to lose. I do want them to lose. I'm not gonna lie. So we could get that. So we could get that line solidified in the draft. But I'll take a dub over B-Rob's Bengals any day, man. So there's that. And then week 2, man, just a little overtime loss to the Seahawks. You know, DK, JSN both went off. There was no Kenneth Walker, so Zach Charbonnet was there. But yeah, man, I'll take a 1-1. I'll take a 1-1 2 weeks, man. I don't know about anybody else. Me personally, Austin, will take a 1-1 first 2 weeks of the New England Patriots 2024 NFL season. So let's break it down, man. Let's break it down. All right. So, hey, shout out to Patriots reporter Evan Lazar on these numbers, man. Shout out Mr. Lazar on these numbers. So, talking about our first stud from last year's draft class is Christian Gonzalez, the our first round pick number 18 of the 2023 NFL draft, cornerback out of Oregon. Let's take a look. So, we got his coverage numbers versus everybody he's covered in the league, excluding CeeDee Lamb from last year because he obviously got hurt. But let's take a look at it. So Philly was week 1 last year, Miami was week 2, and Jets were week 3, and then week 4 he got hurt versus the Cowboys. Hurt his shoulder, was out for the season. We all know what happened. All right. So week 1 last year, he faced A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown ran 19 routes against him, had 4 catches for 47 yards. Devontae Smith ran 11 routes versus him, had 2 catches, 22 yards, and he had a pass breakup. Hey, 2 of the best receivers in the league right there, if you ask me. I mean, hey. All right. I mean, shoot. Anyways, let's go through this quick. So, week 2, he faced 17 routes from Tyreek Hill, he gave up 0 catches to Tyreek Hill on 2 targets, and he had his first career interception, which was great coverage, by the way. So, hey, so far so good in week 1 and 2 last year. Then he faced Waddle 4 routes. He had let up 1 catch for 15 yards. Not bad. Hey, shutting it down, man. And then week 3 versus the Jets, he ran 23 routes versus Garrett Wilson, gave up 3 catches and 18 yards. So, hey, successful year 1, even though he got hurt. It was looking promising. So let's go to this year. So in week 1 versus the Bengals, Jamar Chase ran 20 routes, 7 of them in man coverage, and he gave up Christian Gonzalez gave up 3 catches for 15 yards versus one of the premier wide receivers in the league in Jamar Chase. Looking like straps, man. Throw up the X's, man, because this dude can ball from what we've seen so far. But, yeah. And then this past week, week 2, Christian Gonzalez, DK ran 36 routes while getting covered by Christian Gonzalez, 14 of them in man. He gave 7 targets, 3 catches for 24 yards, man. I mean, shoot. And then this note right here. So DK did end up, so Christian Gonzalez was lined up against DK, but this was busted coverage. Christian Gonzalez and Kyle Duggar miscommunication led to a DK streak right down the middle for a touchdown for the Seahawks. But it was, as you can see right here, DK's 56-yard touchdown was assigned to Kyle Duggar because it was a little like, it wasn't a straight seam to where Gonzalez could guard him, but it was a little, like a, I don't know what to call it, but he came up and went out towards the sideline, and Duggar was supposed to be there, but obviously he wasn't, and they gave up a touchdown, but it wasn't on him. So, I mean, by the looks of it, stud number 1, Christian Gonzalez, is looking very, very, very good so far in the limited amount of games we've seen. So, hopefully he can keep it up this week versus the Jets. Probably going to guard Garrett Wilson. And I wouldn't be surprised if he actually stayed on Garrett Wilson. But, hey, I'll take it. Looking like a stud. And right here, our second stud of the second stud I was talking about from the draft class. Second round pick, Keionwhite, out of Georgia Tech. Edge from Georgia Tech. We got him in the second round last year as well. And without Judon, we low-key needed him to step up, and boy, has he stepped up. Shoot. Look, as you can see, White had 3. So week 1 versus the Bengals, he had 3 QB pressures and 2.5 sacks. That is crazy. Versus the Bengals offensive line. Versus former Patriot Trent Brown, which is now with the Bengals, but that's besides the point. So he had 2.5 sacks with 3 QB pressures against week 1 against the Bengals. In week 2, this past Sunday, he had 1.5 sacks and 5 more QB pressures versus the Seahawks offensive line. If that isn't production, then I don't know what is, because Keionwhite, you, sir, have been balling out as well, man. But yeah, so I'm excited to see what they could do for now, man. We're excited to see what Keon and Christian can do for the rest of the season. Hopefully, fingers crossed, they stay healthy. Fingers crossed they stay healthy for the rest of the year. Hopefully no injuries, no big injuries. I mean, Jawan Bentley tore his pec, so he's out for the season. But, I mean, that's a big loss. But without Judon, I mean, Keionwhite had to step up, and he's been doing his thing. So I'm very excited to see what I've been seeing out of Keionwhite. So next slide, man. So we got the rushing. The offensive line has been stellar throughout the run game the first 2 weeks of the season. As you can see, Ramondre had 25 carries, 120 yards, and a touchdown versus the Bengals in week 1. That's good. Then Brissett, he had to get out of the pocket, and because the offensive line was atrocious in pass blocking. Oh my goodness, they were atrocious. But that's besides the point. So Ramondre had a very good week 1. Antonio Gibson, mediocre, but that's that. In week 2, Antonio Gibson with 11 rushes for 96 yards on an 8.7 yards per carry average. That is insane with this offensive line that we have. I'm not going to lie. That is crazy. And then Ramondre averaged about 4 yards a carry, so I'll take that. But, yeah, 21 rushes, 81 yards, and a touchdown as well. So, yeah, man. Hey, it's been looking good. They were close games. There was a 3-point loss on Sunday, 6-point win. Hey, I'll take that. But I do want to reiterate. I do want them to lose. I know I'm not a true Pats fan, blah, blah, blah. I do want them to lose so they get a good pick, take an O-lineman in the draft, and help solidify that O-line for Drake in the future. But yeah, man, I'm excited to see what the week 3's got versus the Jets on Thursday. And yeah, if y'all stayed for this long into the video, man, I appreciate it. Hey, the Patriots looking all right. They're looking competent under head coach Gerard Mayo. Looking competent. The defense looks pretty good. The offense is looking meh. The run game's been very good. The pass game, on the other hand, boy, oh boy, that needs work. Mr. Alex Van Pelt, we need some help in that pass game because, geez, they look, man, I don't even got a word for how bad they've looked. But yeah, so excited to see week 3, week 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, all the weeks. Rooting for losses. Wins will be good. And yeah, man, excited. Christian Gonzalez and Keionwhite, just keep it up. And yeah, so I'm gonna talk to y'all in the next one, man. It's Super Bias Sports Show, a place where a fan could be a fan no matter how biased their take is. It's your boy Austin with his weekly recap. So, oh man, sorry about that, but I gotta say one more thing. So I'm gonna try and do weekly recaps whenever I can. I'm gonna try and do it weekly, like, after every game. Trying to have them be out by like Tuesday or Wednesday, so they're there before the next week. But yeah, man. So if y'all stayed this long, I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel if y'all new. And it's the Super Bias Sports Show, a place where a fan could be a fan no matter how biased their take is. Your boy Austin, and I'm out, man. Appreciate y'all.